One of the things that I've found has worked well for me is just this notion of find your superpower. Know what that one good thing is that you do well, and then surround yourself with people with complementary superpowers, right? Every Buzz Lightyear needs a Woody, right? You've got to have that complementary person. So just in practical terms, if you're a big picture leader, find that person who really can work the details and have them on your team. If you're a big risk taker, find that person who's a little bit more risk averse. But whatever it is, guess what? You shouldn't be the smartest person in the room. You want to have a room full of smart people to complement what you're doing. The loudest voice in the room isn't always the right voice. And what I mean by that, I'm a borderline extrovert introvert. And I would find myself in meetings where there's always that one person that's voice is booming and they're saying everything, but I'm like, no, this isn't maybe the best way to go. So I found that the best way to approach that would be listen quietly, respectfully, but then, hey, could I share my perspective? Could I give you a different viewpoint on this? And so what I would say to rising young leaders is find that way to make your voice heard. Speak with quiet confidence if you have to. Be respectful, but know that you can have a voice too. And in an extroverted world, that's sometimes difficult for those of us who are a little bit more on the introverted side. What do you look for when you're hiring people? And how do you know, what you want to find? Well, to me, the most important thing I look for is somebody that has a master's degree in JGID. And what does that mean? Somebody who can just get it done. That is, and people can look good on paper all day long. People can talk big talk. But if they can't put legs on an initiative and take it through to the finish line, then, I want somebody else on the team. And that's really where I like to focus my efforts on is, can they really make things happen? And also, do they have a good attitude? You can teach people technical skills. You can teach them all about your business. You cannot teach people to be nice. And then finally, one of the things that I wish I'd known a long, long time ago. Guess what? Seriously. This is so true, right? No one dies if the dishes don't get done. And, for those of you who are working moms, and we just heard from one how hard it is to juggle everything, for years I would come home. I had a long commute. I'd come home. I had 2 boys and a husband who, by the way, got home before I did. And there would be tons of dishes. And I would come in the kitchen and immediately get, like mad. And for years this went on. And it's like finally just, I had this epiphany. It's like, guess what? Eventually these dishes are going to get done. And I've missed out on a lot of time with my family. And I would say to you in the business world as well, don't sweat the small stuff. Sometimes you got to just let things happen naturally.